We are about to witness and hopefully be a part of one of the greatest crypto bull markets in history. There will never be an opportunity like the one before us to be a cryptocurrency investor, as we are on the verge of this asset class actually becoming exactly that. That is what we're going to spend this daily market update talking about, ladies and gentlemen. We will be flying through a number of charts, and we are going to be talking about the fact that we are breaking down, and of course, with the fall of the barrier for an Ethereum spot ETF, we've really got that first man through the door, if you will, in regards to altcoin exchange traded products. And one bit of news that largely got missed was the fact that the UK is actually set to, or has approved, and is set to actually start trading on, I think it's the 28th of May, so this month on Tuesday, Ethereum and Bitcoin ETPs for listing on the London Stock Exchange. More will follow. And the interesting thing is who's actually enabling these ETFs, just like, we see the same actors in London as we do in the United States. And one thing that people really don't realize is that they offer a basket of other products that they're getting ready to essentially do the same thing in regards to what we've seen happen with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that is going to see trillions of dollars. You're going to end up with $1 trillion altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the precipice. I've shown you what happened with gold back in 2004. I've shown you what happened with the SPY back in 1994. And the climb that they then went on after having an exchange traded fund go live. Crypto, Bitcoin is already on that journey. Ethereum is now embarking on that journey. And so will many of your others. And we're going to be looking at what these players that are offering the Ethereum and Bitcoin spot ETFs actually hold. And this is going to give you a good indication of the lineage in regards to what products are going to be coming. I think Solana is going to be, because it's third on everyone's list, it's the most accumulated altcoin from an exchange traded product point of view. But we've got a hell of a lot to cover. And let's just get straight into it. And I want to start things off with a tweet from Sygnum Bank. And this is Sygnum Bank's head of investment research, Caitlin. I'm not going to bother saying her second name. On the SEC's approval of 8, not just 1, not just 2, but 8 Ethereum spot ETFs. Net inflows into Ethereum from new investors, including potential institutional allocations, can easily cause demand shocks similar to those seen shortly after US Bitcoin ETFs were approved. A third of Ethereum is staked, and as with Bitcoin, 2/3 of Ethereum is held by long-term investors. The liquid supply is relatively small, and any sizable demand will have a disproportionate effect on the price. An estimate of multiplier effect, US dollars going in, so $1 billion in net inflows could add up to $40 to $50 billion to Ethereum's market cap. Now, if you look at expectations, look at what happened with the Hong Kong Dong, the Hong Kong launch of both Bitcoin and Ethereum futures, just like what the UK are now doing. So we're just talking about the US here in regards to their exchange traded product. We've got UK approval. We've got Hong Kong and broadly Asia approval and actually trading now. Trillions of dollars are going to flow into the cryptocurrency market for search in regards to yield. And I want to interject and say, I mentioned in yesterday's video, what is the significance? And I did a video for my Patreons yesterday. If you are not already a Patreon, guys, and you can afford the monthly subscription, become one. Try it out for a month. It's not for you. Cancel your subscription instantly. We don't want people in the group that don't want to be there. But we've been killing it, and we're going to continue to do so. And I want as many people as possible, finding out what I hold, getting on board with some of our small altcoins. We started the 1 to 100K challenge. There is something, this is one of the greatest opportunities that there is in the space. And I asked yesterday, I did a long video for my patrons, what is the significance of Stan Druckenmiller going from buying Nvidia, one of the Magnificent 7 or Magnificent 5 or whatever you want to call it, to the Russell, which is, I think, their largest stock. I think Microsoft is in the Russell 2000. Not Microsoft, sorry. MicroStrategy is second. I think it's something to do with chips. I can't remember. It's the first. They're very smaller stocks. Why has he gone from large caps to small caps? Well, he thinks the environment is going to be one that supports them. And that's kind of a barometer for Bitcoin to altcoins. And we're going to start to see this. Remember, it was all technically signaled. We do think a supply shock for Ethereum is on the table. And it's not going to just be Ethereum. We've seen Bitcoin lead the way, then Ethereum, now an altcoins through the door that has staking. The SEC has no legs to deny many of the others. Legitimate projects. Anyway, some undoubtedly do fall into grey areas. But Ethereum broke out of that bull flag that we were highlighting and is ultimately moving on up, and I can see Ethereum doing very well, certainly getting into the 10s, 15, potentially $20,000. And we knew all of this was coming, and she's talking about a supply shock. Well, the charts already told us about all this before the news, and this is why you need to be a technical analyzer. You will get the news before the news. You'll be on the same side that the insiders are on. This is going to see Ethereum monumentally move, and we've got BTC. Ethereum BTC. So Ethereum is set to gain ground. It's going to be eating Bitcoin's dinner somewhat. This is going to play out, and that's going to be a great time for altcoins. We're still yet to see Bitcoin dominance roll. It's all going to coincide because often things do. When something walks, talks, and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. And I had some comments yesterday saying, well, why isn't Ethereum's price going up? Well, it's because, this is how things go. People would have known the news way before the news. They'd have positioned accordingly. The whole retail saying is buy the rumor, sell the news. That is a retail saying. That's what happens to retail. Insiders know what's happening because they trade technically and they're privy to information beforehand. But what is significant about an Ethereum ETF is it's set in a broader motion. Let's talk about what's taking place in the UK. So many people missed this. I saw a few people talking about it, but not many. UK approves first physically backed Bitcoin and Ethereum ETPs for listing on the London Stock Exchange. Now, it says the Financial Conduct Authority, SCA, has approved crypto exchange traded products by Wisdom Tree and 21 Shares to list on the London Stock Exchange. Wisdom Tree is amongst the first issuers to have prospectus relating to crypto ETPs approved by the SEC. It's 100% backed by Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wisdom Tree, so this is expected to be on the Tuesday, the 28th of this month. It's going to be interesting, and I'll be keeping an eye on what the flows are. Of course, they mention their fees. It's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum that Wisdom Tree offer, although it's Bitcoin and Ethereum that we have sort of clarity on. If we dive over to Wisdom Tree's Europe products, and this is Crypto Basket. So if you come over to their products, you can see all the ones that they offer. They offer Bitcoin products. They offer Cardano products. They offer Crypto Basket products, Ethereum, Polkadot, and Solana. Polkadot, very interesting, was one of the only cryptocurrencies to not get mentioned by the SEC. And I will do a video on that relating to Polkadot today. I've been saying, and I've been banging the drum on the fact that you're going to get not just a Bitcoin ETF, but the crypto market ETFs. These are top 10 index funds. So the top 10s will you'll have like your Mag 7 equivalent in crypto. We're on the cusp of, you're investing in an asset class before it's even been allowed to become one and unlock the trillions of dollars that may flow into it. My conservative estimate that we get from looking at things like the total market cap and technical analysis, which is all I can really base things off without just guessing, is that the total market cap or the total two gets to about $7 trillion. $3.7 trillion. Remember, we've got a technical target for that based on an inverse head and shoulders, and we're very much setting up that right shoulder as we speak. We've done lots of technical on it. If Bitcoin gets to 2, 3, we're going to see likely a $6-7 trillion market cap. That's just based on technical. I think it's going to go above and beyond. I think you're going to see insanity take place in these markets over summer on the back end of a good macroeconomic environment, signaled by Stan Druckenmiller moving from a large cap to a small cap. It's here. What I want to do is take a look, because I'm not crazy when I say this, at some of Wisdom Tree's products. So let's just click the first one, which is their physically backed crypto altcoin sort of basket. I'll take a little while to load here, guys. And they give you all the tickers. We could certainly pull the ticker up, actually. And then they tell you what they hold within this. And you can see it goes Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, Avalanche, Bitcoin Cash, Polygon, Litecoin, and Polkadot. So that, of course, is one. Let's see what else these guys hold. You're going to, just like we looked at the start with that tweet, see supply shocks for all of these assets. You're going to see demand for them like you have never seen before. Sorry, I'm getting so fired up here. Crypto mega cap equal weight. Let's take a look at that. Unleveraged. People will get on, but if you understand anything about portfolio management, you understand that you need to diversify. You need to diversify for returns and also risk management, which sounds absurd, but you can see here, this is just Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they're obviously mega caps. But if we look at Bitwise also offer a top 10 crypto index, which you're going to see many of, and it goes Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, AVAX, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Polkadot, and Polygon. And we have actually been tracking and using some of the exchange traded products that already trade in Europe as a barometer for how crypto might do, because if they're going up, well, it's, who's buying these? It's institutions, it's people potentially in the know. This is Bitwise, well on its way to our target. This is their top 10 crypto index fund. It's going to make our target. This is an uptrend if I've ever seen one, broken out of your sort of phase 1 base into phase 2. Up, up, and away, ladies and gentlemen. And I think Ethereum made our target. There's a few that actually made target for us. I'm just trying to see if I can actually find any of the others. Stellar Lumens, their trust actually made target for us. Grayscale's Digital Large Cap Fund, look at this one. Doing swimmingly. Target and then some. And you actually gapped above it, came back, consolidated around it, and used it to kind of push off. It's a bull, ladies and gents. And the best is still to come. And there's a real shift in regards to regulatory sort of viewing of the cryptocurrency space. I'm speechless in regards to how excited I am, not just for myself, but for each and every one of you. When you understand the great game that is perpetrated upon all of us in regards to the financial systems and how it is a compound equation that sees you get poorer every single year if you don't own assets. Why is that that divide between the rich and the poor? It's because the rich own assets and the poor don't. And you can move your financial needle through investing. Crypto, and we've looked at why we think crypto is going to be the fastest horse, is the fastest horse in this race. You are the furthest away from the building before it explodes. And I will do a video actually, because everyone always asks me, when should you sell your crypto? The question is, I don't know. We can base it like everybody does off prior Bitcoin 4-year cycle theories. We can look at PMI cycles, which are general economic cycles, and look, okay, well, we know a downturn's coming, or global liquidity cycles. We can do all that, and we'll do that for you. But for me, when I'm selling my crypto is when I technically see merit to get out of it. For example, we've got price prediction for Hedera. If it gets to $2, I won't sell all of it, but I'll be definitely taking profits. So on and so forth. So that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of an interesting one. This is something I'm so zealous about. There's a massive opportunity ahead of us. Remember, none of this is financial advice. Do your own due diligence. You can lose all your money in crypto if you're not savvy as an investor, if you're following the wrong people. But, just thank you to each and every one of you that follows and supports this channel. It means the world to me. Big, big things coming in the next couple of months in regards to ALLIN Crypto. We're going to start live streaming. We're bringing on team members. Strap yourselves in, guys. Exciting time for the market, exciting time for this channel, and exciting time for each and every one of you out there. Thanks for watching. See you all in the next.